Well, that's another vivid memory. My dad got frozen on this job because of the war effort in 41, 6 months before Pearl Harbor, or 7, and they bought a 1941 Chevrolet when they knew he had this job, and sedan, and took a drive way up Michigan and across. You had to take boats across the straits, across Lake Michigan from the bottom part to the top peninsula, and he went fishing up in Lake Superior on vacation. Friends of ours that lived right across the street from us in Northville, this little town, were renting a cottage on this little lake, Huffman Lake, which was just 6 miles off the main drag going north and south up through the state of Michigan, and we stopped there on the way back. So that was late June, July of 1941. We spent a night with them in their cottage they rented. And the people they rented the cottage from also had moved from Vanderbilt, the little town near this lake, to Northville. He was a roofer. And we got to know them, Boyds. And so during the month, they would go up, the Boyds would go up, and then my folks rented the cottage from them several times, and there was another cottage across on the side of the lake they rented through the war years, yeah.
And then they had enough money to go to Huffman a lot. Is that right?
Yeah, they had enough money.
You built it.
I was 11 years old.
You were, was a family project?
Well, I was born in 36. I was 12 years old. 12 and a half, 13.
So you started building it in about 48?
I mean, digging the foundation, mixing the cement for the slab, pounding down, holding the thing so my dad could pound down the first well we had, But I mean, that's the first memory, and then, I mean, that was one day. But I mean, the point is, it's the memory. I mean, I was 12 years old.
And were you able to stay there that same?
Oh no, we were in we had for a year, or that was 2 years, a tent in the back part that we were staying in, and all the windows were open, all the doors were open that whole winter. We got most of the roof on, and we had another guy come and put shingles on it after we left. They just had 2 weeks off from work, and we went and closed it up then, and put asphalt floor in and furniture. I mean, it was a 7-foot ceiling, and it was a peak like this, so we put a floor up there in the top, and we put one of those pull-down stairs, it's right there, up to the attic. So there was extra sleeping up there. My kids slept up there for years when they were little. My dad and I built a one-holer out back. It's still there. About to fall down.
So those 3 years or 4 in the summer, when I was 8, 9, 10, my folks would spend 2 weeks, and I'd spend another 2 or 3 weeks. And Mrs. Boyd and Cliff. And my folks would send up clothing and would gave the Boyds food money. When Mr. Boyd drove up to be with his wife. David didn't like to explore, but I mean, I built rafts and went all the way around this end of the lake and all the way down there. And then I was, you know, these other Cottrell brothers and all that brought the cows down. I went around the lake with them, and I did things like that with their cow herd was up here grazing. They come down in front of Gary and Barb's to water.
Well, that's a neat picture of you with the boys sitting around your campfire doing s'mores and all of that.
Yeah, that's the three boys are right here, right?
Yeah.
That is a great picture. I love that.
Having your boys here. Times you spent with them. Did they love it?
Oh yeah, I think the boys really liked it here. I mean, I talk about it so much and have talked about it with them. I mean, they know I love it, so they seem to love it. I mean, that's Wade said on an email, Wade said, go around the lake for me, you know. So, I mean, yeah, the boys really like it.